If you watch basketball, I'm pretty sure you heard of Jelly Fam. If not, maybe you've seen Naz Reid, aka Big Jelly, somewhere on your social media recently. The love this superstar has been getting recently is insane, and very few players get this kind of treatment. So where did this come from, and how did we get here? Well, the truth is, it just came out of absolutely nowhere.
I mean, some guys call me Big Jelly, Naz, Wizard of Naz. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, yeah, I've heard that one from actually the commentators past seasons. So, and then people start calling me as a joke, and now it's just like.
Naz Reid's from Asbury Park, New Jersey, a small city with a population less than 20,000 people. And, as expected, the 6'9" forward absolutely dominated national competition as a senior at Roselle Catholic High School, where he averaged 14.8 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks. He even had 36 and 18 rebounds in front of Coach Calipari as a junior, in a game where he was just a complete beast. Now, hearing this, you probably assumed that he had an offer from the University of Kentucky, but that wasn't the case. Naz Reid was the number 12 ranked player in the country, and there were some notable offers on the table from Arizona, Kansas, Louisville, Seton Hall, UCLA, and LSU, where he ended up going. Now, Naz Reid mania is still a few years away, but as a freshman, he played 27 minutes a game and finished the year averaging just 13.6 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 0.9 assists, which are actually some good stats for a college freshman. And he also had established himself a respectable jump shot. Even though he shot 46% from the field and 33% from three, you just couldn't deny his confidence and comfort in his jumper. And of course, his overall versatility stood out more than anything, and all of this opened the door to declare for the NBA draft. In 2019, Reid had to navigate the competitive waters of the NBA draft, a year that seems pretty important in the story of Naz Reid, as he packed on muscle and really transformed his game going into his first season in the NBA. And in that season, he averaged 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. But he only shot 42% from the field and 33% from three. Not quite what you want to see. However, he would take another jump in his second season, going to 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist, now shooting 48% from the field. Pretty respectable numbers. But chances are, unless you were catching a bunch of Timberwolves games, the only thing you heard about Naz Reid was his random 29-point outing against the Thunder. Let's go back for a second, though, and take a look at the sentiment surrounding him as a prospect going into the 2019 NBA draft. There were a lot of scouts who liked that he had solid size, he was able to create his own shot, but he also had success early in his college career as a spot-up shooter and was an amazing playmaker for his position. But there were a few things really holding him back, and when it came to the draft, he was an average defender at the college level. And while he wasn't a defensive liability, he didn't have the length or the athleticism to change the scouts' minds and convince them that he could be a good defender at the NBA level. And if the defense wasn't going to be there, and if a role as a main shot creator wasn't going to be there either, the shooting had better be. And while we did mention the early shooting wasn't great, he managed to just shoot 33% from three in his time at LSU, he did have one thing on his side: his age. He was only 19 on draft night. And for those who don't know, the older you are and the longer you stay in college, it becomes harder and harder to hear your name called on draft night. This is why we see some of the biggest names in college basketball go in the second round, or even sometimes undrafted. And even though Naz was young and full of potential, the same thing happened to him. 60 picks went by without his name getting called. But before we go any further, meet today's video sponsor, OddsJam, your ultimate ally in the world of data-driven wagering. With over 260 sportsbooks under its belt, OddsJam is the go-to platform for savvy bettors. Here's how it works. OddsJam's arbitrage tool scans the market in real time, spotting differences in betting lines across various sportsbooks. This means you can lock in risk-free profits by betting on both sides of the market. But that's not all. OddsJam also provides a positive EV calculator to optimize your bets and a handy bet tracker to monitor your profits. By using OddsJam, you're not just betting smarter, you're betting responsibly. Responsibly for long-term profitability. And here's the kicker, they offer a 7-day free trial. Ready to give it a shot? Use code UNLIMITED for a 35% discount on your first month. Secure your bets with confidence, make informed decisions with OddsJam. All right, back to the video. This season has been a breakout year for Naz Reid with the Timberwolves. He has taken full advantage of the opportunities presented to him, and his hard work is starting to pay off. He's averaging 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists per game with shooting splits of 48% from the field and an impressive 41% from 3. But his performance in the latest stretch of games, that's what's truly remarkable. He's got this ability to guard anyone on the floor and create his own shot, which has solidified his role as an indispensable part of the team. His consistent improvement and clutch performances have made him a fan favorite and absolutely a key contributor to the Timberwolves' success this season, which got him the 6th Man of the Year award. And it makes you wonder, who were the 60 players able to get their name called before Naz Reid? Well, the 2019 NBA draft featured a lot of talent, with some players quickly becoming key figures in the league. But as we know, Naz Reid didn't even get drafted. So here are the 60 players that got to hear their name called instead of Naz Reid. First, we have none other than Zion Williamson.
With the first pick in the 2019 NBA draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Zion Williamson.
A rising star for his big frame and freak athleticism, he's shown immense potential as a dominant force when healthy. He's an explosive scorer inside and can rebound at a high rate, and the Pelicans still plan to build around him, but the next few years will really tell if he could actually be the best player on a championship team. The second pick in this draft was Ja Morant.
With the second pick in the 2019 NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Ja Morant.
Ja has become a franchise star in Memphis. He is known for his insane athleticism, scoring ability, and playmaking skills. He earned the NBA Rookie of the Year award and has been selected as an All-Star. Ja, of course, did have his suspension and a season-ending injury this past season, so it'll be interesting to see if he can come back and be that guy he was previously. The third pick was RJ Barrett.
With the third pick in the 2019 NBA draft, the New York Knicks select RJ Barrett.
Now, Barrett has developed into a pretty solid contributor for the Knicks, improving his scoring and becoming more efficient over his career. He hasn't shown that stardom yet, but can definitely develop a role on a really good team as a scorer. He was recently shipped off to Toronto in a trade for OG Anunoby. The fourth pick was DeAndre Hunter.
With the fourth pick in the 2019 NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select DeAndre Hunter.
Hunter has shown promise as a two-way player, contributing both offensively and defensively. He's not panned out into the player Atlanta expected, but he's still got time to grow. The fifth pick was Darius Garland.
With the fifth pick in the 2019 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Darius Garland.
Garland emerged as a key player for the Cavaliers as an athlete, playmaking point guard who can shoot. He isn't one of the best point guards in the league yet, but has shown a lot of promise and was even named as an All-Star in 2022. The sixth pick was Jarrett Culver.
With the sixth pick in the 2019 NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select Jarrett Culver.
Culver is probably the biggest bust in this class, as he has had minimal to no impact in the NBA. He's currently in the G League and was last on an NBA roster in January of 2023. The seventh pick was Kobe White.
With the seventh pick in the 2019 NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select Kobe White.
Known for his quick scoring bursts and ability to play both guard positions, White's been a valuable scoring option for Chicago. He had a breakout season in 2024 and was in the running for the Most Improved Player award in 2024 after jumping his scoring average from 9.7 to 19.1 points per game. The eighth pick was Jackson Hayes.
With the eighth pick in the 2019 NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Jackson Hayes.
He has shown flashes of potential with his athleticism and shot blocking abilities, but is still developing consistency. The ninth pick was Rui Hachimura.
With the ninth pick in the 2019 NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select Rui Hachimura.
He has proven to be a reliable scorer and rebounder, and was traded to the Lakers not too long ago, and he seems to have shown a pretty good amount of adaptability and growth in his role as a scorer and defender. The 10th pick was Cam Reddish.
With the 10th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Cam Reddish.
Reddish came out of high school with a lot of promise as a volume scorer and was solid at Duke with RJ and Zion. However, Reddish's career has been hampered by inconsistencies and injuries, and has been pretty disappointing overall. The 11th pick was Cam Johnson.
With the 11th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Cameron Johnson.
Known for his sharpshooting, Johnson was an excellent role player and contributed a lot to the Suns' success. He was then traded along with Mikal Bridges to the Nets for Kevin Durant, and has shown to take on more responsibility and improve his game. The 12th pick was PJ Washington.
With the 12th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select PJ Washington Jr.
Washington has been a versatile forward, contributing in various aspects from scoring to rebounding and defense. He's been a key player for the Mavericks' success in the 2024 playoffs and has come up huge in lots of games for them. The 13th pick was Tyler Hero.
The 13th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select Tyler Hero.
Hero has been a standout scorer and luckily found himself to have a role in a winning situation in Miami early in his career. He's had a lot of playoff experience already and even won the NBA Sixth Man of the Year award in 2022. The 14th pick and the last pick of the lottery was Romeo Langford.
14th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Romeo Langford.
Langford has faced lots of challenges with injuries and finding consistent playing time. He just hasn't really found his role yet, and he's still on the Jazz G League team. The 15th pick was Sekou Doumbouya.
2019 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Sekou Doumbouya from Orléans, France.
Now, Doumbouya never really found a role in the NBA and played just 3 seasons before returning to play in the French Basketball League. The 16th pick was Chuma Okeke.
The Orlando Magic select Chuma Okeke from Auburn University.
Known for his defense and versatility, Okeke has played a pretty limited role for the Magic. The 17th pick was Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
With the 17th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Alexander-Walker has shown a lot of potential as a scorer and has been playing a key piece off the bench in the Timberwolves playoff run this season. The 18th pick was Goga Bitadze.
With the 18th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select Goga Bitadze.
As a backup center, Bitadze has contributed mainly in rebounding and shot blocking, but he is very good at both. The 19th pick was Luka Samanic.
With the 19th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Luka Samanic.
Samanic has bounced from the Spurs to the Jazz with really limited impact in the NBA so far. The 20th pick was Matisse Thybulle.
With the 20th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Matisse Thybulle.
Known for his defensive prowess, Thybulle was a key defensive player for the 76ers, where he was an all-NBA defender, and he hopes to do the same thing for the Trailblazers. The 21st pick was Brandon Clarke.
With the 21st pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Brandon Clarke.
Clarke has been a valuable player for Memphis, known for his efficient scoring and rebounding. He plays a key role in their rotation with his high-energy play. He suffered a season-ending Achilles injury this past season, but there's no reason to think he won't bounce back to where he was before the injury. The 22nd pick was Grant Williams.
The 22nd pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Grant Williams.
Now, Williams has developed into a solid role player for Boston, contributing with his versatile defense and improved three-point shooting. He then went to the Mavericks after a stint in Boston, but then was quickly traded along with Seth Curry to Charlotte for PJ Washington. The 23rd pick was Darius Bazley.
With the 23rd pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select Darius Bazley.
Bazley showed potential with his length and versatility early on for the Thunder, but has not had much impact now in Utah. The 24th pick was Ty Jerome.
With the 24th pick, 2019 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Ty Jerome.
Although he had a great college career, he has moved around the league quite a bit, playing on 4 teams in 5 years, and he's basically contributing as a role player right now. The 25th pick was Nasir Little.
With the 25th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Portland Trail Blazers select Nasir Little.
Little has shown flashes of potential with his athleticism and defensive capabilities, but he's also dealt with injuries that have hampered his development. The 26th pick was Dylan Windler.
26th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Dylan Windler.
Windler's career has been significantly affected by injuries, and he has struggled to consistently crack the rotation when he's healthy. The 27th pick was Mfiondu Kabengele.
With the 27th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Mfiondu Kabengele.
After a brief stint with the Clippers, Kabengele played with the Celtics up until 2023. He is out of the league as of now and looking for a stable role. The 28th pick was Jordan Poole.
With the 28th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Jordan Poole.
Poole emerged as a key player for the Warriors championship in 2022. He's known for his scoring ability, but flashes signs of wildness in his game. And since being traded from the Warriors to the Wizards, he has not been close to the same player. The 29th pick was Keldon Johnson.
With the 29th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Keldon Johnson.
Johnson has developed into one of the Spurs' core players to build around Wemby. He has a knack for scoring and rebounding and is known for his aggressive play. The 30th pick was Kevin Porter Jr.
With the 30th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Kevin Porter Jr.
KPJ is a very talented player and has shown star potential with his scoring and playmaking abilities, but the off-court issues is why he is currently out of the league. As we talk about the second round, there have only been 3 players that have carved out key roles on an NBA roster, and one of them is actually the first pick of the second round. The 31st pick was Nicholas Claxton. Claxton has become a key defensive anchor for the Nets, contributing with both his rim protection and versatility, and this was definitely a steal of a pick in the second round. The 32nd pick was KZ Okpala. Okpala has struggled to find a consistent role in the NBA, moving between teams and spending time in the G League. The 33rd pick was Carson Edwards. Edwards, known for being a scoring machine in college, has found limited success in the NBA and has played both in the NBA and overseas. The 34th pick was Bruno Fernando. Fernando has played as a backup center for several teams, providing depth and energy off the bench. The 35th pick was Marcos Luzada Silva. Silva has spent most of his career outside the NBA, actually, with limited exposure in the league. The 36th pick was Cody Martin. Martin has actually carved out a role as a versatile wing, contributing on both ends of the floor for Charlotte. The 37th pick was Davidis Servidis. Servidis has seen very limited NBA action, spending more time developing overseas and in the G League. The 38th pick was Daniel Gafford. Gafford is the second guy in the second round that has carved out a role in the NBA. He's shown promise as a rim protector and energetic center, contributing significantly first with Chicago, Washington, and now in Dallas as they push for a championship run in 2024. Excellent value for a guy in the second round. The 39th pick was Alan Smailagic. Smailagic, like a lot of these guys in the second round, has had limited impact in the NBA, playing sparingly for the Warriors before moving on. The 40th pick was Justin James. James has played as a role player, seeing limited minutes in the NBA, and explored opportunities in the G League and overseas. The 41st pick was Eric Paschall. Now, Paschall had a pretty standout rookie season with significant contributions when Warrior stars were injured, though he last played in the NBA for the Utah Jazz in 2022. The 42nd pick was Admiral Schofield. What a name. Schofield has spent time between the NBA and the G League, known for his physicality and shooting ability, currently finding minutes as a role player in Orlando. The 43rd pick was Jalen Noel. Noel has shown flashes of scoring prowess and has carved out a role off the bench with the Pistons, contributing as a reliable scoring option. The 44th pick was Bol Bol. Initially drafted by the Heat and then traded to Denver, Bol Bol's career has been marked by injuries and limited playtime, but he is currently on the Suns and shows some potential with his unique size and skill set. The 45th pick was Isaiah Roby. Roby has moved around a bit, but has had moments as a rotation player. He last played in the NBA for the Spurs in 2023. The 46th pick was Talen Horton-Tucker. Horton-Tucker showed a lot of potential with the Lakers as a versatile guard before being traded to the Utah Jazz, where he's averaged a respectable 10 points in 20 minutes the last couple seasons. The 47th pick was Iggy Brazdeikis. Brazdeikis has spent time in both the NBA and the G League, occasionally showing scoring ability, but has yet to find a consistent role in the league. The 48th pick was Terrence Mann. Mann has developed into a valuable player for the Clippers, known for his defensive ability and improving offensive skills too, and he's best remembered for an incredible playoff performance of 39 points to eliminate the Jazz in 2021, which sent the Clippers to the conference finals for the first time in 51 years. The 49th pick was Quinndary Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon has primarily played in the G League with occasional appearances in the NBA. The 50th pick was Jarrell Brantley. Brantley has spent most of his career in the G League, showing potential, but has yet to secure a regular role in the NBA. The 51st pick was Tremont Waters. Waters has shown flashes of playmaker in limited NBA minutes and has played extensively in the G League. The 52nd pick was Jalen McDaniels. McDaniels has developed into a rotation player for the Hornets, contributing with his length and versatility on both ends of the court. The 53rd pick was Justin Wright-Foreman. Wright-Foreman has played primarily in the G League, focusing on his development as a scoring guard. The 54th pick was Mariel Shayok. Shayok has shown scoring ability in the G League, but unfortunately has seen limited NBA action. The 55th pick was Kyle Guy. Known for his college success, Guy has bounced around the NBA and the G League, displaying his shooting touch in limited opportunities. The 56th pick was Jalen Hands. Hands has spent most of his professional career overseas and in the G League, working on his game outside of the NBA spotlight. The 57th pick was Jordan Bone. Bone has seen limited NBA action, with most of his playing time coming in the G League. The 58th pick was Mie Oni. Oni has been a fringe roster player in the NBA, contributing mostly in limited minutes and providing depth. The 59th pick was Dewan Hernandez. Hernandez has spent time in both the NBA and the G League, focusing on development and battling for more consistent minutes. And the 60th pick was Vanja Marinkovic. Marinkovic has remained primarily overseas, playing in European leagues rather than in the NBA. So there you have it, all 60 players that were drafted in 2019, while Naz Reid failed to hear his name called. For a guy who just won the NBA Sixth Man of the Year award and is a key contributor to the Timberwolves' 2024 playoff run, it's fair to say that Naz Reid would have been a lottery pick in a redraft, and that's saying a lot for a guy who went undrafted. But what are your thoughts? Where do you think Naz Reid would go in a redraft? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.